Good afternoon, everybody, on this Saturday. Um, we Paddy back at you with another video today. And what I've done, you've seen by the title, I think it's going to be something like my top 10 UK knives. Now, I have other ones, and I wanted to pick ones that were sort of different, not all samey. Some of them are, but that's a top 10 video is going to have, especially in traditional, some that look the same. They're all different materials, but they look the same. But anyway, these are my favorite pocket knives that I have at the moment, and I'm really going to increase this collection this year. I have some other ones that are in my antique drawer, but they still need work. I haven't got round to doing my any refurbishment this week whatsoever. It's been a bit of a week, but let's just start and go through these. I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time on them because quite a few of them I've done videos on. If there's any that you see that I haven't, please let me know if you want to see a video on them. I'll do a full video on either one. There's a couple at the end. In fact, there's about 3 or 4 that you haven't seen before. Well, you haven't seen a review video done on them, but I'll tell you as we go along. Anyway, we're going to start, and this is an ERA James Barber, probably somewhere at the turn of the 1900s, somewhere in and around them dates. It's like a composite material. This one came in a bit of a state when I got it. These blades were not like this. There was a big chunk out of here, so I've had to put I've made it into a blade, and it's incredibly sharp right the way round now. This is a fantastic knife, and I have carried it quite a few times. Listen to the snap on that little knife. Look how skinny that is. That'll slip into any pocket, a suit pocket, wherever you want to put it. It is a beautiful knife, carbon steel. It takes a wicked edge. And like you talk about modern knives being slicers, you can hardly see that blade. It is just so thin behind the edge. It's an amazing little slider. Little small knife, but there we go. Nonetheless, a nice little knife. And we have another one which is slightly bigger, if you can see. The same sort of handles. Now, the fit and finish in that one's really good. This one, the blades are just in great condition. A lovely little pen knife. And here's your main blade, which is a beautiful Warncliffe. And again, this is that same sort of date. It's about 100-year-old. This is a Tailor's Eyewitness. Beautifully finished. This has got nice brass bolsters. The only thing that's wrong with this is there is a bit of a gap up here. Now, I could hammer that, just give the pin there a really good rap and close that up. I know I could, but I don't want to risk breaking the outside cover. As a useful tool, listen to that. And let me just show you when I open this up. There is no blade wobble whatsoever on that. It's completely solid, and I have carried and used it. So there's nothing wrong with it. I know there's a gap. Everybody's sort of, oh, if it's got a gap, it's no good. That's a lot of nonsense. This is a perfectly good and serviceable pen knife, pocket knife, whatever you want to call it. I tend to call them pocket knives most of the time. So that's a Tailor's Eyewitness. The next one now is a beautiful rendition. This is George Wostenholm, probably somewhere around the 60s, 70s. A beautiful clip point with a long swedge. Again, these are lovely blades. They're thin behind the edge. They slice. This is the Barlow pattern, which I absolutely love. It is beautifully constructed and put together. Again, composite handle, nickel silver bolsters with that lovely stamping of the IXL, which is the George Wostenholm logo. Listen to that. Is that not, I mean, just for the age of some of these knives, I just love the condition they're in. And that's a big part of collecting them. You want ones that are in really good condition. So there's 3 down. You see, I told you this was going to be fast. The fourth one is a beautiful Arthur Wright. This is, you've seen this a few times. I've had it out with a traditional Lambsfoot blade, which I love. Beautifully shiny blade on that there. I love this shield. Wish this was used more. Again, it's a composite material, which was used quite a lot. There's a couple of little gaps, and again, I could hit it with a hammer or put it in a device and squeeze it, and I know I could probably get them out, but why would I need to? Listen, and there's no blade play at all when it's open. You'll just have to take my word. It's just beautifully made. It's, for the age of some of these knives, it is just amazing that they can stay. And they've been used up. Most of these have all been used. Now, here's one of my favourite, just for this bone. I believe this is buffalo horn or buffalo bone. I'm not sure what it is. Look at that beautiful full blade. Just a large pen blade or spear point, whichever you want to call it. Listen to that lock up. But look at the figuration on the back of that. Is that not just... That's why I bought the knife. I didn't care what condition it was in. I bought it for this. It just so happened that it came with a almost full blade. Now, it had been used and I've cleaned this up a bit. It is beautiful. And again, lovely cam tang, smooth. And then listen to that snap. But the configuration of that is what made me buy. Isn't that just stunning? That's just absolutely stunning. This excites me because when British makers can do it, I want them to come back. And that's my goal this year, is to get British makers back in. This is a 30 odd pound, 32, 33 pound Tailor's Eyewitness. Sorry, that last one was a William Rodgers. William Rodgers, this is a Tailor's Eyewitness. This is their modern configuration. Look at the fit and finish on that. They are definitely improving. No doubt about it. It's just a basic hardwood handle, but a really good strong pull. Not over strong, probably about a 7, which is absolutely fine. Beautiful, fat, short clip point. I just love it. Beautiful bulbous handle on the end of it. Really just an amazing work knife for 30 odd pound. I just don't think that can be beat. This is the beater of all beaters, and a proud beater. Listen to that. I'm going to do this again. It's a 30 odd pound knife. Look at that there. How solid is that? Good gosh. I mean, you just can't beat it. And decorative bolster on a dirt cheap knife. Just really lovely. So there we are. The next one up is a new one to me. You haven't seen this yet. Look at that colour. Isn't that just lovely? Lemon and lime or something, I think it is. This is an Arthur Wright. Listen to that opening. Again, it's not that hard to open it. It's, again, probably about a 7. Most British knives are stiffer on the pull than a lot of the American ones at the minute. But this is a fat handle. If I give you just an ordinary knife, look at that there. They're about the same size, but look at the depth of this handle. This in the hand is stunning. It's as comfortable as that, different shape of a handle. But again, look at that fat bulbous end of that one. This is more fat all the way up. It is just a stunning, stunning work knife. Really, really comfortable. Good thickness across the back. Again, little bit of a gap up here, but for goodness sake, do you know what I mean? This is a cheap knife. This cost me £36. Again, that lovely Lambsfoot blade. It's just crap for that price. And it's so, look, there's not the slightest hint of any movement whatsoever, even up or down, until you break that. It's a cam tang. Just an absolute beast of a work knife that just so happens to look beautiful. Beautiful. Now, the next knife is a Michael May knife. This is one I got a few years ago from Michael May. This was the first time Michael had ever done Jean Micarta. And it's really hard to see, but it's that's better there. It's a dark Jean Micarta. Now, probably if I was to get another one, I'd want it a bit lighter than this, but I can't fault the fit and finish on this knife of Michael May. I can't fault it at all. No matter what has happened in the past, and I'm not going to go into it, the fit and finish on this knife is absolutely perfect. Termination is lovely. It's just a really nice Jean Micarta knife. Now, I don't shine my bolsters up. I know a lot of people do. I don't. If I was going to sell it, I'll probably shine it all up to make it look. But this is a user. This is a knife. Beautiful Wharncliffe blade. Really, really comfortable. Again, that thick bulbous end on them. I just love that as a user. And I mean, this is a custom, although, not an over expensive. It's about £100. But look at the fit and finish on this. I can't fault it. It is just a lovely knife. from Michael May. The next one is a knife you've probably seen in my Instagram. This is one that I had made for me by Ashley Harrison of Arthur Wright. Him and his father own Arthur Wright now. This is a knife that Ashley made for me, a custom knife that he makes on a sideline from the business, if you like. This is his own. That's his own tang stamp there. It still says Arthur Wright and Sons. The Wright, the big W being the Wright and the A and S. Arthur Wright and Sons. But it's made just by Ashley. Look at that. That's done. That file work is done by hand. This is just outstanding value for under £100. An absolute gem of a knife. More of a, it's still quite hand filling. Hasn't got that big bulbous end. But Mike, I can't tell you how comfortable that is in the hand with a large tang for security. I just, this is an all round. This will be a favourite of mine for years. This will never leave my collection. And I'm getting more. I'm going to try, when he opens his books again, I really want to get a Barlow from him because I am so impressed with this work. So this is your higher end of the Arthur Wright knives, but made by Ashley Harrison. This is his own make. Now we've come to 10. And this one you haven't seen yet. I haven't done a review yet. I'll be doing one shortly once they get more stock in. I got this from the main maker. Look, it's all got to come. I got this from the main seller of these knives. And this is another Tailor's Eyewitness. I'm not going to go into detail in this because they're not available at the minute, and I don't want to do the review until they're available. It should only be a couple of weeks. But I'm going to give you a quick look. I don't want to, but I'm going to give you a quick look. This is an up-to-date, modern. This is Slick Slicer's fault who got me into these. Tailor's Eyewitness, Barlow. It is, look at that wood. I'm not even going to tell you what it's made of. See if you can guess. It is stunning. Again, like Ashley Harrison, this is made by Wright, but it's made perfectly. It is a stunning knife. Look at that. How beautiful is that knife? So that'll be coming in a couple of weeks as well. So that's all I'm going to tell you about it. I'm going to put, well, I'll just set it down there just to tease. There will be a review and my usual channel. I'm going to get that so that you can see that perfectly, and maybe I'll even get that as the cover. That is my top 10 British, UK, whichever you want to call us, United Kingdom or British knife makers from the past to the present. And let me tell you that the present and the future is now looking more rosy when you've got Wright and you've also got Ashley Harrison that are making knives of this quality. It's outstanding, outstanding. And Arthur Wright, whose knives are improving now in leaps and bounds. And it's just great to see. The company was taken over 2 years ago and it's just growing, and I'm so excited. Wright's standard of knife making is just off the charts, from his basic ones to his high end. So there you go. I hope you enjoyed that. Around the world, just to let you see, and just to keep you informed that British knife making is on its way back. Hallelujah. Take care, everybody. Paddy's away. Bloody old tea's gone cold again. Take care now. Bye-bye.